vlookup. There's a file that is in your announcement that is called vlookup.xlsx. You'll download that. So vlookup allows you to look up items in vertically. So there are multiple lookups, right? So there is a vlookup, there's a horizontal lookup. Now vlookup looks up anything horizontally. So what I mean by this is, so let's say if I want to look up someone's last name based on their employee ID, or I want to find last name based on their employee ID. So what I'm saying is, give me the last name based on this ID. So what I want the system to do is I want the system to go and look for the ID, and then based on this ID, give me the last name here. Now, looking at the data, what we will be doing is we're going to be searching this data, okay? And once we find this 99, so let's go here. So this one, 990678, this is the one right here. Once it finds, then it's going to give me the last name. That's right here, okay? In order for it to do that, I want my last name here. Therefore, I will click here and press equal sign. As you remember, every formula or function we write, we start with an equal sign. Then we write vlookup. The best part of Excel is that it allows you to see the formula and what is happening. So in this case, we find vlookup. I'm going to click on it. As it happens, it helps me. What do I need to do? So what it's asking me, what do you want me to look up? And as we discussed earlier, I want you to look up ID, then comma, then what do you want me to do? It needs a table array. That means it needs data. It needs a database where it's going to look for the ID. So this is where we talked about, this is where it needs to look for the ID. So I selected from A4 to C16. That's the range I gave to look. And I selected 3 columns. Now I'm going to put comma in. Now it is saying, okay, where is the last name? Which column has the last name? I selected 3 columns, but the last name is in second column. This is the first column, this is the second column, this is the third column. Then I put comma here, and what do I want? I want an exact match. That's why I'm going to choose false, and I'm going to close parentheses. Now my system is going to look into this and go find that value. Very good. Now what do I do? As we have learned before, I'm going to just bring this back, but there's going to be a problem when we do this. You see, some it found, some it didn't. The reason for that is, as we have discussed in the last class too, that the reference changes. I'm giving a reference to F4, then I'm giving a reference to A4 to C16, but here the reference change. Yes, I do want it to look for F5, but the problem is I don't want it to look between A5 to C17. I wanted it to look between A4 and C16. Right, so this is a problem. We're going to solve it in 2 ways. One, we're going to give an ultimate reference. What does an ultimate reference means? The range will never change. And how would that happen? Is I will put the $sign in front of the column, $sign in front of the row. Same thing here. Now this $sign really means that I'm not going to change the column. Doesn't matter if I copy it down or not. Same thing goes here. $sign in front of the range. It will not change the row. Okay, so now when that happens, and if I bring it down, well, oh no, from here I'm going to bring it down. You will see my range is not changing. So my range was A4 to C16. It will stay the same here. That's a great way to make sure that the range stays the same. Second way to do is I will go, and let's do this next slide with that. So in order to find the city, I'm going to be looking at this data, right? This database, or these columns, or this few cells that we have. So I'm going to still be finding the employee ID. I'm going to be still using vlookup, but what I'm going to do before that is I'm going to select this range, and I'm going to name this range, okay? How do I name this range is, if you click on it, you see this is on the top left hand side where it says A24. This is the name box. I can go change the name for this cell, or I can select the range and go in here in the name box, and I'm going to say raw data 2. Okay. Now, every time I select this, you will see it will say raw data 2. Okay. Where did it go? Oh, oh.
Well, there are one or two tables, which I said we'll keep tables because we want to put things on top of them, like user tables. But I said everything else is fine, like those old-fashioned filing cabinets, another shelving thing.
Okay, not sure what happened here, but
Cleared, we can use that as additional storage.
okay. So if you see when I select this range, now for some reason it's not picking up, but let's see now. So now I'm going to go here and I'm going to say vlookup. What value I'm looking up? Yes, I'm looking up this, but now I'm looking for raw data. Okay, so I'm gonna start typing RD. It's not there, so it didn't name it properly. So raw data 2. Let's go with this. Okay, and let's go here. VLOOKUP. I'm looking for this value and raw data 2. I don't think it found it, but and where's the city number in column number 2, and then I want an exact match. It didn't find it because it's not naming it for some reason. Let's try it again. There we go. Now it found it. I was able to save it. Now I'm just going to bring it down here. You will see it will automatically find it correctly because every time it is relating to raw data 2. You see wherever I go, it relates to this data. So there are two ways we worked on. One is by giving an ultimate reference. The second is by giving it a name, the range. Okay. This is again we use VLOOKUP for today. I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thank you.